Oh, well, good morning, YouTube. I figured I'd start off my videos a little bit different this morning. Today, well, it's about 5:30 in the morning, February 22nd, 2016, and I'm waking up and getting ready to go get my new project, which is a 1947 Farmall M. Just gonna add another one to the herd. We got the 1941 Case SC and the 1941 John Deere Unstyled A that I built myself. I know they did not make Unstyled A's until 41, but that's why I built them myself. Anyways, the Farmall M I'm going to get, I've been looking for, I don't know, months probably, looking at getting an M for snow removal and to recreate kind of the 1940 M that my grandfather had that had a farmhand standard loader on it. If you stay tuned in the videos, you'll see that loader later. I got it sitting in the garage waiting to go on. But I've been looking for months, and I've been trying to find something that was just complete. You know, nothing it didn't have to run. I didn't care if the motor was stuck or loose or what. I just wanted something complete, a good project to start with. And you know, I've been looking on Craigslist and eBay and the local farm traders and everything, and I couldn't find anything in my price range. You know, I was trying to stay under $1,000, and I guess in my area these M's are really valuable because most of them, even complete, were going for $1,200. You know, $1,200, $1,500 for a runner. And you got to looking at the local salvage yards, and they'd have some, and they'd be missing parts, or they'd be on cut-off wheels with the rims would be rusted through and the tires would be shot, so that's another $1,000 I got to dump in right away just to get it rolling. And I found one at Beavers up in Barnesville, Minnesota. I got to emailing them. They wanted $700. It was a 42M. It had cut-offs, had a hole rusted through the rims, but the tires were still okay on it. They were holding air. And I drove up last Monday, to look at it, and it was missing a couple things. I was missing the generator, and the rim that was rusted through was pretty bad, and the other one was ready to go too. So I started talking to them to see what they wanted to switch out with cast centers and a pair of rims and tires that just would get me by to get it on the trailer and get it home. And they wanted a little bit more than I was willing to pay. So a couple days goes by. I picked out this 47M at that time. They had two more on their lot, a 45 and a 47. I picked out the 47 instead. It had good tires on it, and I was able to get them down to a decent price. A couple days goes by, and he emails me back, and he says, yeah, bad news, that motor's locked up on that 47. I said, well, it's not the end of the world. And he said, well, I'll give you $100 off if you're still interested. Otherwise, you can take that 41 or that 42 or that 45. And I said, well, let me think about it. I emailed him back next day or something and said, why don't you just I'll browse the yard, see if there's anything I need. You hang on to that $100, and I'll stick with that 47. So today is the day we go up to look through the yard and put that 47 on the trailer and take it home. But I don't know when the last time this 47 ran. It had a Paulson loader on it, but all that was left of that when I got up there was the frame itself. There were no cylinders and no bucket on it. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's early. 5:30 in the morning. It's early. But I'll give you an update when we get a little bit closer, and that's all I got for now. All right? Talk to you later. All right, YouTubers. We're about 40 miles out, I think. We're in Fergus Falls. This is Tony. He's my tractor buddy. stopped to pick him up for the ride, and we picked up a friend of ours, Duramax, and his deck over trailer. But the sun's up. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, I think. Probably 20 degrees. And we'll give you an updated video here when we get there. All right. Well, we got about 10 miles out of town, and the weather the last few days has said cloudy but 35 degrees, and this is what we're looking at. It's snowing pretty good. So this should make loading the tractor pretty interesting, but we'll do the best we can. And according to the radar, it's not a very large patch, so hopefully by the time we head home it'll be pretty much done. We're only a few miles out, so we'll give you an update in a couple minutes. Alright, well, we're pulling up to Beaver's Tractor Salvage in Barnesville, and I don't know if you can see it, but all the way back there is where the yard ends, and it's nothing but old tractors. So we'll get a little glimpse of the sign when we pull up, and we'll get a video of the loading process, and after that it'd be time to go home. Well, here we are, 1947 Farmall M. So it's in good shape. About the only problems are the grill is pushed in a little bit here, and then a couple of holes on top. No problem, we can weld those shut and grind them smooth. Tires are all up and holding air. Good tread on the rear. And barely any weather checking. A little bit, not too bad, but everything's there. It's got a Heisler toolbox on it, which is a pretty rare toolbox. It's the gull wing style toolbox. Like I said earlier, found out that the motor is locked up, but not too worried about it. We should be able to get it figured out. So some diesel fuel and some ATF down in the cylinders, and I'm sure it'll break free. I don't know when the last time it was ran, but it's a good solid looking tractor. So we'll get a video of loading it up and be all set to go. Alright YouTube, well, we got the tractor all loaded up. It's ready to go. I discovered it's probably going to need a new manifold on it, but there it is. And we'll talk to you when we get back to the cities. Alright, well after about 4 hours on the road, we made her home. Get this thing off the trailer. Take the brake off. Either that or you're going to have to push it when it's first to roll, grab the brake. Hopefully it doesn't just roll with it. Yeah. Alright, it's done. I got it. There we go. All done. Front wheels came off, didn't they? Wheels on position. Felt they went like this. That easy. Well, it's about 10 to 7 at night now. Roxy's a little curious as to what's going on. I don't know if I've introduced you guys, but that's Roxy. She's going to be 8 in July. Anyways, enough time on camera for you. Yeah, I know. Anyways, we got the tractor back there. Let's see, it was about 3:30 in the afternoon. It's actually at my buddy's house because I don't have enough room to store it. We got 2 tractors in a 1-car garage right now. But we'll get a pole barn someday. Anyways, got it unloaded. It was nice, 35, almost 40 degrees. So we decided to do a little work on it, see what we can't figure out, and pulled the mag off. It's got good blue spark on the mag, so that's good news. Pulled that off, brought it home here, cleaned it up. That thing is caked with mud and oil, so I'm willing to bet that valve cover gasket's probably leaking a little bit, and no big deal there. That's pennies on the dollar for one of them. But so the mag's got good blue spark. We poured diesel in the cylinders before we even left there. Figured it'd give it a chance rocking and rolling around on the trailer to maybe work its way past the piston rings, but we got it unloaded and put it in 5th gear, rocked it a little bit and couldn't get any movement out of it, so might have to take the head off to see what's going on there, but we'll let her sit for a few days and try it again. So I pulled the carb off. I'm going to clean that, probably put a carb kit in it, make sure that's good to go. Pulled that Heisler toolbox off, so if you know anybody that might be interested, might be getting rid of that to get some other parts, and I don't really want the toolbox anyways. It's a neat item, it's rare, but I don't know, it's just not for me. So actually I think it might be for a Farmall H. I'll have to measure the dimensions. I got the original sale flyer for that Heisler toolbox, so I'll compare it to that and let you guys know what it's for exactly, if it's for an M or for an H, because they're different. But we were going to put some air in the tires. Still needed, you know, they were probably about half full. It still needed some air, but completely forgot to do it when we were in front of my buddy's shop there. His air hose wasn't long enough to reach, so we'll get it around next time. So other than that, I just wanted to, you know, I haven't really reached out to my subscribers, everybody that watches my videos, and I just want to say thanks, because I just really record random stuff that I do and things that I'm into, and if you guys get a kick out of it, great. Hey, wonderful. I don't know, it's just me being me, you know. My wonderful fiance thinks, yeah, it's better than the bar, you know. It's cheaper, maybe, but she supports me, and that's great. So can't ask for much more than that, right? But yeah, anyways, I'm off on a tangent already. I wanted to keep making these videos in a little more in depth, you know, start describing what I'm actually doing instead of just doing a 3-minute video of me crank starting the tractor or something. So if there's anything you guys want to see, if you want some more information on something, that 1941 Case SC, that was my grandpa's. So if you want some more information on that, I can kind of go through the history of that in my family. That John Deere A I got, I can go through that. Any of my motorcycle projects I can talk about. I'm from Minnesota, so I could talk your ear off. We never say goodbye, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, anything you want to know, man. Any of you guys, feel free to ask me, send me a message. If I don't respond that day, usually I get around to it that week. I work kind of an odd schedule, so I'll get around to it. I'll answer your questions and keep making videos, and if you guys like it, hey, awesome. If not, then there's millions of other videos, so whatever, you know, it is what it is. But I'm gonna get this thing cut up and added together and get it on YouTube so you guys can watch it. Alright, hope you guys enjoy my videos. Have a great night, and say bye to Roxy. Say bye, Roxy.